So you may think that having too many credit cards like this is gonna hurt your credit score. But actually, this is a common misconception, and in this video, I am gonna tell you why. But first of all, if you like money, and you probably do since you're watching this video, you can currently get 6 free stocks for signing up and opening a new account and depositing any amount of money with the popular investing app Webull. And these stocks together could be valued up to $12,600. Luck of the draw, what you get. So if you are interested in that offer, the link is below. Thank me later. So did you know that there is actually an entry in the Guinness Book of Records for the person with the most active credit card accounts? For many years, this title was held by a man named Walter Kavanagh from Santa Clara, California, who had 1,497 credit cards and a total of $1.7 million in credit lines, a near perfect credit. Then this record was broken in 2019 by Zheng Xiangchen of Shenzhen, China, who had 1,562 active credit cards. But then Zheng was knocked off the top spot in 2021 by Manish Damija of India, who is the current record holder with 1,638 active credit card accounts. Here's what he says about the role credit cards play in his life. I think my life was incomplete without credit cards. I just love credit cards. I enjoy complimentary traveling, railway lounge, airport lounge, food, spa, hotel vouchers, complimentary domestic flight tickets, complimentary shopping vouchers, complimentary movie tickets, complimentary golf sessions, complimentary fuel, etc. by reaching milestones and using rewards points, air miles, and cashback. Yeah, he sounds like my kind of guy. But how is his credit score not in the gutter because of having so many credit cards? Well, to understand this, you need to understand how credit works and how your personal actions with your credit cards can affect your credit score. And then you can figure out how many is right for you, whether that's 13 credit cards like me, or over 1,000 like these crazy Guinness Book of Record credit card dudes. But before we get into that, if you do have a lot of credit cards, you may benefit from the smartphone app Max Rewards. It pools data on all your different credit cards in one place, even if they're from different issuers. So if you have 1,000 credit card accounts, you'll be able to see transactions, balances, rewards balances, credit utilization, all in one easy to use dashboard. You won't have to open up all your different banks' websites to view them. The app will also warn you of upcoming bills, and it'll tell you which credit card to use in which category to earn the maximum rewards. If you have the premium version of Max Rewards Gold, it'll even activate Amex offers and chase quarterly categories for you so you never miss a deal. And you can get a free month of that with my link below. Or you can just download it and check out the free features. So what harms your credit score? Well, having a lot of lines of credit on your credit report will not in and of itself harm your credit score. Here's a list of some of the more common things that will have a harmful effect on your score. Late payments, high credit utilization, lots of new credit inquiries, and a short credit history. So if you miss a credit card payment by 30 days, it will be reported to the credit bureaus, and that can result in up to a 100-point drop in your credit score. Now, that 100-point figure, that is for credit scores that are reasonably high, because the higher your score, the bigger your drop is. So if you have a credit score of 750, it could realistically drop you down to 650, just missing a payment. If your score is, say, 700, it won't drop as much. Then we have credit utilization, which is the percentage of your credit line that you use, both measured on each individual card and also your total credit line overall. Now, just maxing out one credit card dropped my score by 60 points. And if you max out several, it would drop your score by even more. The original crazy credit card guy, Walter Kavanagh, said that he only used one of his 1,497 credit cards on a regular basis, and he paid it off in full every month. So we know that he never missed any payments, and he most probably kept his credit utilization percentage pretty low as well. Then we have credit inquiries. Now, this is a tricky one, since if you have a lot of credit cards, you're most probably going to have a lot of credit inquiries on your credit report, since when you open a new credit account, the bank will typically do a hard credit inquiry to check your credit. Now, there are exceptions. For example, some issuers, if you already have one of their cards and you apply for another one, they often will not do a hard credit inquiry. It'll just be a soft inquiry, like American Express is a notable example of this. But with many credit card issuers, you don't have that luxury. So it is best to try and limit the number of hard inquiries if you want to have a good credit score. The good news is, though, that new credit, which is the factor that hard inquiries fit into in the FICO credit scoring model, only accounts for 10% of how your credit score is worked out. So even if you do have a lot of hard inquiries, it's nowhere near as big of an influence on your credit score as missing a payment or having high utilization. Then we have length of credit history, which is no problem if you have lots of credit card accounts. Just make sure that you keep the older ones open longer, because if you close old accounts and then only have newer accounts, that will shorten the average age of open accounts and thus harm your credit score. So just keep those old accounts open, people. And for those Guinness Book of Record guys, it sounds like they never closed any of their accounts. So all of their credit histories should be super long. So how many credit cards is going to be too many for you? Well, if you can maintain good spending habits, keep your utilization low, never miss a payment, really the answer is it's infinite. Just make sure you have a good way to keep track of them, like the app Max Rewards, link below. But there are going to be limitations based on issuers that you want to think about. For example, American Express limits you to 4 credit cards, all right, and 10 charge cards. Then Chase won't issue you a new credit card if you've opened 5 new credit card accounts with any issuer in the past 2 years. This is called the 524 rule. Other credit card issuers also won't issue you new cards once you have a certain amount of credit already open with them. So it gets trickier as the number of credit cards increases, trickier in what you will qualify for. To some extent, you can get around this by opening small business cards that do not show up on your personal credit report. And if you have more than one business, okay, with different EINs or employer identification numbers, you could potentially open a lot more business cards. So if I absolutely had to give you a number, I would say for most people who are responsible with their credit and their spending, having 10 to 15 personal cards shouldn't be a problem. And if you want to add in some business cards on top of that, you could probably go for double that, another 10 to 15 business cards, giving you maybe a total of up to 30 cards. But then you have to consider the amount of money you are spending in annual fees on those cards versus the actual value you are getting out of them. And for me, when I consider my annual fees and, the value I'm getting out of the cards, I have settled at about 13 credit cards. That's what I currently have. About 10 of them are personal and 3 of them are business. From time to time, I will downgrade a credit card to a no annual fee version to save on the annual fees that I am paying, but I've never actually closed an account. So guys, if you want to see me go through all of my 13 credit cards and show you my entire credit card setup, do hit the like button, all right? If we get a lot of likes on this video, we will do that. Please subscribe to my channel if you are new. Check out Max Rewards and Webull, both super useful in the links below, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.